Bansal, बैठो। Sit down, please.
A very warm and heartfelt welcome to our chief guest, distinguished guest of honor, special guest of honor, respected professor and dear students, whose presence today adds warmth and meaning to this special occasion. A very good morning to this august gathering present here. I request everyone to kindly rise as we begin this auspicious gathering with the national anthem, a tribute to the unity and spirit of our great nation.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you. Please be seated.
With this night, we honor the spirit of learning and the solemn call of justice, setting forth on a path where truth is our guide and service to society is our goal. As we kindle the ceremonial lamp this morning, we invoke the light of wisdom to guide our journey ahead. In this spirit, I respectfully invite the esteemed dignitaries on the dais to proceed with the lighting of the lamp. May the rising flame symbolize a collective dedication to excellence, innovation, and a purposeful progress in all that we aspire to achieve. Thank you, esteemed dignitaries. Everyone is requested to kindly remain standing for the Kuldeep of our university.
शुभ न्याय मिले अन्याय टले शुभ शुभ न्याय मिले अन्याय टले ओ सत्यमेव जयते जयति जय सत्यमेव जयते जयति जय सत्यमेव जयते जयति जय सत्यमेव जयते जयति जय सत्यमेव जयते कर्तव्य भाव की हो दीक्षा मौलिक अधिकारों की रक्षा मानवता धर्म निभाने की जन जन को सुलभ रहे शिक्षा इसको पाने के लिए सदा हम धर्म मार्ग चलते जयति जय सत्यमेव जयते जयति जय सत्यमेव जयते जयति जय सत्यमेव जयते जयति जय सत्यमेव जयते
Thank you, everyone. Please be seated.
See of the beginning, the light you seek is already within you, waiting for the moment you choose to lead, rise, and shine. With immense honor and joy, I, Masih, along with my co-anchor, Sepakshin Gupta, welcome you all to this distinguished gathering where we celebrate the commencement of yet another academic session and welcome the new batch of 2025 to 2030 being held at Dr. B.R. Ambedkar National Law University, Sonipat. Today marks the second day of an exciting journey for the new batch of this university, and we are delighted to have you here as part of our academic family. This is not really an event, but a confluence of minds dedicated to dialogue, resolution, and legal harmony. Today's gathering is graced by legal luminaries and thought leaders whose words will serve as a guiding light for all of us. On this significant day, we are honored to have distinguished guests with us today. His presence adds grace to this occasion. We are delighted and honored to have the presence of Honorable Mr. Justice Augustine George Masih, Judge, Supreme Court of India. Honorable Mr. Justice Sudesh Bansal, Judge, Rajasthan High Court. Honorable Mr. Justice Rajendra Menon, Chairperson, Armed Forces Tribunal. Mr. Surendra Nath Tripathi, Director General, IIPA, Indian Institute of Public Administration. Dr. Justice Vidyut Ranjan Sarandi, Member, National Human Rights Commission.
Today, we have the distinct honor of having the gracious presence of esteemed dignitaries whose wisdom, experience, and contributions continue to inspire and uplift the academic and professional community. Before we proceed, I kindly request Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Devendra Singh Sir, to present the shawl to the chief guest of the day, Honorable Mr. Justice Augustine George Masih, Judge, Supreme Court of India. I request Sir to kindly present the shawl to the distinguished guest of honor, Honorable Mr. Justice Sudesh Bansal, Judge, Rajasthan High Court. Now I kindly request our worthy registrar, Professor Dr. Ashutosh Mishra Sir, to present the shawl to the special guest of honor of the day, Honorable Mr. Justice Rajendra Menon, Chairperson, Armed Forces Tribunal. I request sir to kindly present the shawl to the special guest of honor, Dr. Justice Bidyut Ranjan Sarangi, member MHRC. I again request sir to kindly present the shawl to the guest of honor, Mr. Surendra Nath Tripathi, Director General, IIPA. Thank you everyone for joining us on this remarkable day.
Today marks the second day of the student induction program Deeksharambh. Rooted in the words Deeksha means initiation and Aram means beginning. It represents the start of a significant and enriching journey. This program is crafted to help you smoothly transition into your new academic environment, understand the institution's value, connect with your peers and faculty, and begin a journey of growth and purpose. As you move forward, may you embrace the experiences ahead, learning challenges that push you to grow, and moments that will become lifelong memories. Proceeding ahead, I'm honored to invite our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir, to address the August gathering. Kindly join me in extending a warm welcome to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir, for his welcome address.
Good afternoon. Honorable Justice George Augustine Masih is the chief guest today, and we have requested the sir on Sunday, and we understand the importance of Sunday as being we are residential university, so Sunday is working for us. But definitely Sunday is not working for a highest judicial officer in the country, because we have gone to invite sir in the odd hours around 8 o'clock, and 8 o'clock it looks like that it is a full-fledged office and it is working. So giving us Sunday for our students, I am thankful, sir. National Law University Sonipat is thankful and looking forward many more visits and many more guidance and blessings from the Honorable Judge to the Supreme Court for our students and for the university. Most welcome, sir. Honorable Mr. Justice Sudesh Bansal ji, Judge, High Court, Rajasthan, has come long way from Rajasthan to bless us, to guide the students. Honorable Mr. Justice Rajendra Menon ji, Chairperson, Armed Forces Tribunal, meeting Judge, Honorable Judge, looks like that we are motivating ourselves. Definitely it would be motivation for you as well. Sir is heading the tribunal, and sir is also heading the legal committee of the Bar Council. Most challenging task. So sir is doing it efficiently at this juncture, and there is a lot to learn from the Honorable Judge. My students would feel motivated out of this. Sir, welcome. And I hope your presence will be motivating for the students. Honorable Dr. Justice B.R. Sarangi, Member, National Human Rights Commission. We are studying human rights here, or if we are studying law, we are studying from the human perspective. So, National Human Rights Commission has a lot to offer to us, but we gather from the website of the National Human Rights Commission website. It has a lot of collaborations, and my students now onwards and faculty will definitely follow the website of the National Human Rights Commission to have collaborations for seminar, workshop, moots, etc., etc. So, sir, we will continue to seek your guidance for that as well, and further collaborations with the National Law University Sonipat. Welcome, sir. Mr. Surendra Tripathi ji, DG, Director General of the Indian Institute of Public Administration. This is a sister organization for all of us. No doubt we are from arts side, from law side, they are professional in this, but we have a lot of we can have a lot of collaborations with the IIPA. Welcome, sir, to the National Law University, and we are looking forward for the collaborations, not only national but international collaborations, because one of the recent program which was held in February, it was a week-long program with the International Association of Administrative Sciences. It was organized by the Government of India in association with the IIPA, and I was also luckily member of that organization and IIPA. So it was a very richly organized program. So in future, we would like to host such program in our campus as well. This is the second day of Deeksharambh. I hope students are learning out of this. The word of advice which the parents have sent you to this institute, and at the same time, you are residing in the buildings, in the campus. You are becoming familiar with this. It is Ahilyabai Holkar. Government of India is celebrating 300th anniversary, birth anniversary of Ahilyabai Holkar, and we have a hostel in her name. Campus is very lively. Swami Vivekanand ji, the hostel is named after him. Sushma Swaraj ji, in the recent times, she is a guiding light and motivating factor, not only for the female gender, but for all of us. Building is named in her name also. The building in which you are sitting, there is Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, epitome of education. So it is a learning environment around. And the word of wisdom, the blessings which are coming to you from this dais, it will continue to flow. I am thankful for all this organizing this, the team which is being led by Dr. Asutosh Mishra, Dean Academics, Registrar of this university, Head of the Department, Controller, Wardens, DSW, everyone is being engaged in some work. Our DRs and ARs, who is a non-teaching staff, they are also engaged on Sunday. But when you have to learn, when you have to go forward, Sunday and Saturdays beyond 5 o'clock, great institutions are not built, my dear friends, within the limited time and within the limited framework. We need hard work and the sweat of many, and we are ready to give to this institution. Nobody can say that this institution is in the initial stage. The infrastructure we have, the proximity with the highest institution in the capital, New Delhi, we have. We can't say that we are the infancy stage, because our infrastructure is built up, it is ready to host anything, national, international event. And the highest dignitaries of the country, from the Supreme Court, from the Parliament, from the Ministry, everybody is ready to visit this institute. So we need to demonstrate a lot, even in the stage of infancy, because we have grown up. My only advice to my student is that take the advice from the parents, the message with which you have been sent to the institution, and the profile and the statute outside, and the name of the building in which it is being built up. Take the motivation from them. Take the motivation from the dais which is being provided to you, and then move forward. Sky is the limit. We have enough potential. We have more potential than the building we have. We have more potential than the infrastructure we have. We have everything for you. We can fulfill your dreams for what you have come here. This is our promise. With this promise, I welcome again the dignitaries on the dais, my faculty, the scholars, and all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I am sure the experiences shared by you will offer invaluable lessons in leadership, public service, and the intricacies of legal practice. Now, please join me in extending a heartfelt welcome to the special guest of honor, Dr. Justice Vidyut Ranjan Sarangi, esteemed member of the National Human Rights Commission and former Chief Justice of the Jharkhand High Court. A distinguished jurist with over 3 decades of legal excellence, he has delivered more than 1.5 lakh judgments and is known for his integrity, scholarship, and unwavering commitment to the justice.
My esteemed the Honorable Mr. Justice Augustine Judge Masih, Judge of Supreme Court of India. My esteemed brother, Honorable Mr. Justice Sudesh Bansal, Judge Rajasthan High Court, and Honorable Mr. Justice Rajendra Menon, the Chairperson of Armed Forces Tribunal, Mr. Surendra Tripathi, the Director General of IIPA, Professor Dr. Deeksharambh, the Honorable Vice Chancellor of this university, and our one, this Registrar Professor Dr. Ashutosh Mishra, and you are all my students, they are sitting in front of me, and you are only the boosting person for whom I am here to say something what has happened in my life and how I am here. Today is the induction day for you, and the process was started from yesterday, as I told by our Vice Chancellor. The question is, why you have chosen the law profession, and why you intend to join the law profession, leaving aside all others avenues such as medical, engineering, and your civil service, everything everywhere. The question is, you must find out something within this subject, therefore you chosen this line. I welcome to my faculty that my subject is law, and I welcome you that you must prosper in life. And I think many of the students may not have a law family background. Anybody can raise your hands, anybody has the family law family background? Anybody? Nobody. Anybody from your... So you all have come from a non-law background family. It is a very tough period for you, but don't be disheartened. And I believe that with every guidance of your officials and with every guidance of your Vice Chancellor, you will definitely rise to the occasion that it is a learning process. This process starts from the classroom itself and continues through life, and also till the end of your life. It is a never-ending process, and every day is a learning day for you. Suppose you say that I know A to Z, then you are mistaken. You have to learn that even if I know A to Z, I must know Z plus, then Z plus, then Z plus plus plus, then Z plus plus plus. Then the subject is going so fast, and the subject is going so high with the technology we have to develop ourselves. I am saying why the system has changed during our time and between your time, even the 40 years, the sea change in the subject of law. At the time of when we are pursuing studies, it is not a pleasure for us. We are just casually coming to the college, enjoying the subjects, and going to the place, and if necessary, we join the profession with utmost difficulties, or with what somebody joins casually, somebody joins with seriousness. But for you, it is not that. You have chosen the subject, you have to strive hard, you have to survive, and you have to watch a purpose for you so that others can follow you. Now, the question is, well, how can you grow yourself? Question will come when you enter the classroom. Definitely, the teacher will allow you to read your students, your DNL, and DNL, new subjects have come up. In our time, it is IPC, CRPC evidence, and now new names have come up. Therefore, we are not so much attentive to the provision. The same provisions have been mentioned in the new acts also. Then we have to go to this patent law, then property laws, then other challenging subjects which you are now facing in the development of this field of the technology. So, what I say that if you want to have your study properly, then you have to start not working from the day you enter the classroom itself. If the teacher has taught you something, you must read sincerely. After coming home, then also get ready for this class, then prepare your book, and after the examination, get through yourself. But passing of the examination is not the final. It is just a token of high card for you to enter into the profession, or enter into service, or enter into any other avenues which is made avenue for law graduates. If the high card of getting law degree from the university
you have to proceed and you have to prove yourself how you are prepared, how you are compete with others in the field of law in comparison to other institutions. If you will succeed like anything, then your vice chancellor will be happy that my students have come out like this. Your registrar will come out happy that yes, my students have come out this. This is the only credit for your staffs and your teachers, your professors, your vice chancellor, your registrar, that they will feel proud of you. So also you make proud of your parents. And training is a place where you have to learn many things. I'm telling you of my days. I was associated with senior most lawyer of the Odisha Court. He was admitted the state for 14 years. A hectic man with hardcore teacher. That when I entered into this chamber, I find the old man is sitting, and relationship between myself and him, the only difference between myself and my senior was just like grandfather and grandchild. Therefore, I feel upset at seeing that man. And you won't imagine, at least 1.5 years, the old man will not talk to me. That's why I come from particular family ground. Why I think this law, I think I need to say something to you, sharing to you. That sharing was not there at the earlier point of time. Even if I joined the chamber, my senior didn't talk to me for 1.5 years, and you must understand my psychological impression. Because I come from a non-law background like you all. Nobody in my family is a lawyer. Therefore, I have been tested whether I will be pursuing my law studies and become a lawyer or not. Then one important case came against the allegation against the chief minister of the state. And on that day, my senior called me, handed over 4 books to me to find out what is the difference between the slander and the defamation. You will not ask those of you after you join the class. And you don't believe. I did on science day for a period of at least 4 days to grab all the subjects and read all the subjects from 4 books. And I was prepared to deliver the same to my senior, but he didn't allow me to for a period of 15 days. Because he wants to see that even if I get the 4 books, how much this boy is preparing himself. But I was sitting in the judge's library, find out that some books, more subjects, more research studies, and prepare a note for that also. And when he decided to dictate the plan, on that day he said tomorrow at 8 o'clock morning, we will be available in the office, so that we will go for dictating the plan of that case. Then I sat in front of him, and he issued a charge to me. So while dictating, they disturbed me. The anxiety of mind that I had read, I want to prove myself, that has been stopped there, so that yes, I can't speak when my senior dictating. Then I have to sit with him from 8 o'clock to 3:30. Dictation was continuing. 8 was prepared. Then I said, sir, can I say something, sir? Then he said, all right, you tell me. Then I said, sir, I think there are some points which you can add. And he said, how you are saying so? Then I gave some books to him, saying that these paragraphs are there, these paragraphs are available, these paragraphs are available. So kindly go through this, if necessary, you can add it. We have gone through those paragraphs and separately dictated those subjects in the plan itself. So we prepared the plan by 4:30. And ultimately, when we added those points, and those are the subject matters which will be able to succeed in the subsequent cases, subsequent times. So the method which I put in, he never said how I get it, how I get it, and how I done it. You should not never appreciate this boy who done it. That creates a hard burning himself. So how this man is not saying anything, the old man has to appreciate that at least so much level that he must say, completely say that progresses we go proceed everything. But this man was observing keenly, and I continued to influence for a period of 2 years. And he died, as with my hand, and we were old. And in between, I asked my seniors, sir, I have a tremendous mental torture and sufferings and psychological depression because you did not talk to me for a period of 1.5 years. Then he answered me saying, why, doctor? Many boys are coming to the profession. After joining for 3 to 4 or 5 months, they feel, no, this is not meant for us, we'll leave. Then why should I devote my valuable time for you if you intend to leave the profession after 4 months, 6 months, 5 months, 6 months. But now I find since you have determination to continue the profession, you have patience to continue the profession, therefore I will train you so that you can come out successful. It is his blessings, his good wishes, and here to deliver you my own experience to you all. And that is why don't be disheartened in any manner, in anywhere, any place, if you want to continue the profession. I can say, even Justice Masih may be very career sitting on the dais itself. But in the courtroom, he will not be that much of career because he wants to get subject from you. If I am not prepared, he may tell you that yes, you are not prepared. Come ready. Wait to the files. What even if I want to do, I can't do it because I am not ready. So today's message may not be said to the courtroom itself. So many of the students who have left the profession and come to the profession, and all young lawyers of the Odisha High Court and Jharkhand High Court, which I have got, have trained in my trade. And when I did the office at the Odisha High Court, the young lawyers, they have come, they have sought blessings from me, and that was the satisfaction which I got. And ultimately, I feel that yes, something I've done for this young generation, and I'm happy that you all are here. And that way, you are choosing this profession, it is a very challenging one. If it is a challenging one, you have to face this challenge every time. Many persons may not join here to have the profession. This is one part of your professional life. But another part I can tell you, if you choose the judicial line also, there is no harm. Because judicial line also very good. You have to remain within a control, and that too, your behavior with the lawyers must be very clear. But I am a party to the selection of allegations of 5 consecutive years, and also the judicial officer examination like the Odisha Public Service Commission for 7 years of experts. But I find many young lawyers, many young law graduates, they are very bright, but the only question they are not able to deliver. If you know the subject you can't deliver, there is no meaning to it. If you learn, you must be deliver the same in proper manner. In course of hearing, in course of deliberation, in course of this Biowas test, you will find that yes, this boy has tremendous potential in him, but is not able to deliver. We encourage him, and we selecting such persons to join the judicial service. And we have seen subsequently, those have been proved themselves very well. And that is why don't dishearten, join either in the profession or in the legal service, whatever you may be, but you must be very, very thorough about your subject and very serious, and get yourself prepared every time, and impersonally and impassively do the work, at least everybody can rise to the occasion and place yourself in proper place. Thank you for this opportunity given to me.
Thank you very much, sir, for your enlightening address.
As we move forward, please join me in extending a warm welcome to the guest of honor, Shri Surendra Nath Tripathi, Director General of the Indian Institute of Public Administration, IIPA, a distinguished civil servant and academic scholar with decades of leadership across key ministries and a legacy of impactful reforms in governance and MSME and digital transformation. We are honored to have him with us today.
Good morning, friends. Good morning. You see, I'm in a profession, if you don't respond, I don't talk. Huh? Respected Honorable Justice Augustine Judge, Miss Judge, Supreme Court of India, Honorable Mr. Justice Sudesh Bansal, Judge, Rajasthan High Court, Honorable Justice Rajendra Menon, Chairperson, Armed Forces Tribunal, Honorable Justice and life member of IIPA, Sri Vidyut Ranjan Sarangiji, member NHRC, respected and young dynamic Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Devendra Singh,
and my friend and colleague, Professor Dr. Ashutosh Misra, Registrar, B.R. Ambedkar National Law University, Sonipat. I feel privileged to be part of this great day, which has not come in my life because I never did law. But then Ashutosh ji gave me this opportunity to talk to the law students on their day 2 or day 3. I am sure that some of you will join my profession also. I am from a poor Indian University service, so you can join here. Not a bad service. But if you remain there as a lawyer or join the bench as the judge, couple of things we must keep in mind. Sir, I have studied at Allahabad University, and my professor Dr. A.D. Pant used to tell, being a student of political science, he says, and I quote, "State has monopoly over violence. Therefore, it needs a constitution to limit its power." In India, our constitutional democracy, we have created a structure which is the strongest structure ever created in known human history of constitutional democracy. Longest constitution, best thought through, trying to answer all the possible queries, and devised by great men and women with whom each one of us trust. In fact, the creator of the Constitution, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, has a beautiful statue on your campus. I saw it today also. And you have gone further. A national law university is named after that great man. I feel privileged that I am talking to the student of that great university who are going to manage the future of this country for next many, many years. Friends, we have seen, you have not seen Ghulam Bharat. You may not have seen also Azad Bharat. We are part of Viksit Bharat, or becoming Viksit. There is a lot of role for law and legal profession which can change the growth of India beyond recognition. I am a public policy professional and I interpret law based on those lines. Purpose of law is to regulate the behavior of human beings, either by coercion or by nudging. But fact remains that if public policies are not implemented in its entire course, what is the legal cost that society pays for judicial either intervention or judicial pronouncement or many more things? Since Honorable Justice of Supreme Court is sitting here and another learned judges are sitting here, I would be the last person to speak on law, and I know my limitations, sir. I have faced 9 contempt courts, so I understand your power out. And since I have survived, you can also understand I must have something more truthful to say to the honorable judges. But fact remains that today with 5 crore cases, each case having at least 4 persons affected, 22 crore people are only seeking justice day in and day out in this great land, what we call it Bharat. I don't think that is the right thing. 20 करोड़ लोग सुबह शाम जस्टिस की तलाश में, 20 करोड़ लोग रोज नरेगा में भी काम करते हैं. If you calculate only 1 day's wage lost, how much cost to the economy is there only because of speed of justice? I'm not going to the content of justice. I'm not saying I'm saying the wrong thing or right thing, but fact remains that somebody has to look into the cost of justice, the social cost of not delivering justice in time. Sir, we were talking to this vision document of Ministry of Law and Justice. I suggested, it's my personal opinion, but why should the state government appeal in all the cases against the decision of high courts? Even Supreme Court should not admit the cases of a state government, because they should contest all the points in Honorable High Court, and High Court should reach finality in case of wherever state or state government is a party. This will itself reduce the burden on Honorable Supreme Court. But maybe this is a wish list of a unknowing professional. After all, what will happen to the battery of judges and battery of advocates in the Honorable Supreme Court? I am not aware that the right thing to say today, but I thought I will get a chance today to speak my mind. Public behave all things, sir, a nation becomes great with at least two things if they are put in place. One is sound public policy, and second is vibrant public institutions. If these two things are compromised, any element to improve it, what we call it, this will be manufacturing defect. You can't change it in due course. What we have done, we have put a constitutional democracy, but public policy has been left for interpretation both by makers, checkers, and doers. End of the day, they'll end up in courts. Who is poor has to be decided by Honorable Supreme Court. Who should be part of a special revision of electoral roads should be decided by Supreme Court. Whether I am a man or woman, after some time, we will also seek clarification even from Honorable Court. This shows the faith of people in the court. When court says this whole of India accepts it, and we should be proud citizen of this country where judges are revered as gods. Even if they are wrong at times, we still revere them as gods. And that is the beauty of India's democracy. And that is the strength of India's democracy. Many attempts have been made, but all the time judges and justice have thrived and survived. The credit goes to honorable people who are sitting here and honorable and ladies and gentlemen, young men and women who are studying this course, who will set a right precedent through their own example. So I do believe that public policy requires two more things. Each professional should have what I call it minimum 3 skills which is relevant for you at your age of entry. Should have technical skill. Know your subject as if no one else knows better than you. You will be respected. All the judges or all the advocates. Sir, I have suffered a case in Honorable Supreme Court. If I permitted, I can quote it. There was a Narega case in Orissa. I was Secretary Panchayati Raj. There was an allegation that 500 crore rupees have been eaten by Honorable Chief Minister, by Secretary, and this was the allegation of a PIL. My case was listed. I had a small advocate. When he appeared before Honorable Supreme Court Judge of, Chief Justice of Honorable Supreme Court, he used to tremble. We came to see him how our case is being handled. We thought that if we retain this advocate, I don't know whether we will lose or not, but we'll certainly go to jail. I went and told Chief Minister, sir, I'm sure of justice, but I'm not sure of my own advocate. Honorable Chief Minister rang another advocate, and when the next hearing came and my advocate appeared before Chief Justice, the Chief Justice changed the language. Earlier he was treating as if we were the criminal number one. Same court, same appeal, same averment. Honorable Justice said, Venugopal ji, बताइए इसमें करना क्या है? That is what credibility means, ladies and gentlemen. If you are credible, even judges listen to you with more respect than what your conduct might otherwise entitle you. Knowing is winning, and there is no substitute for knowing. I know some of you are tech savvy. You can get all the answers using ChatGPT. Maybe you can prepare a better brief using all these technologies. But I am one of those who believe I am also old school people, sir. When I got married, gold was 278 rupees per 10 gram. When I married my daughter, gold was at 70,000. When I want to marry my son, gold has gone to 99,000. Friends, cost of material has gone up. There is a rise in artificial intelligence, but a decline in real intelligence. And that is cause of worry. You go to any profession, you will see that monkeys are managing these institutions. Of course, not like this. There are people who are unentitled they are guiding the fate of others who are not having faith in those institutions. We have to build up trust in the institution so that if teacher says, उठ जाओ, तो हम उठ जाते थे, और जब टीचर आते थे तो जब तक वो नहीं कंफर्टेबल हो जाए तब तक हम लोग कंफर्टेबल नहीं होते थे। एक हमारे इलाहाबाद यूनिवर्सिटी से टीचर थे, अगर आप खिड़की की तरफ देखें तो आपके पास आके खड़े हो जाएंगे, बोला खिड़की में क्या मुझे से अच्छी लड़की दिख रही है क्या? And we used to tremble when that teacher used to come. And ladies and gentlemen, I am here, or whatever I wish to become, it is because of those great teachers who taught us. And also they needed good students like me, so that whatever they teach, we also understand. Become good student, teachers will enjoy teaching you. Become a bad student, you will spoil your life, because only you are responsible for what you are. There is expiry date for blaming your parents. There is some expiry date for blaming even institution. But life doesn't have expiry date. Ladies and gentlemen, it is you, what you invest in you, that gives you the fruit, not what you will be told by what we call it instant generation or Instagram generation. Detoxify yourself with current age technologies. Study law. Law is all about interpretation. Very few people have been hanged by IPC. They have been hanged by provisos. In fact, not only provisos, provided further that. And if you don't understand the basic, you will never understand what is proviso, and you will never go to the provided further that. Being bureaucrat, हम भी सियाने हैं, हम भी जब रूल लिखते हैं, हम भी जानते हैं कैसे लिखा जाता है. How? In fact, 90% rules are made by bureaucrats. We are also part of lawmaking. We keep enough loopholes to save ourselves, and we keep enough strong rules to see that no citizen is left behind unless he owes punishment. Trust is being traded in justice. You have to see that you establish trust with your presence. You are fortunate that you are part of great institution. National Law University is not a small achievement, ladies and gentlemen. You should be proud of your pedigree where you are starting. Life does not give this opportunity to many. Many might be studying in unregistered law colleges which are being examined and being delisted on year-to-year basis. I feel privileged that I was thought proper to be invited by the great men of this institution, and I feel privileged that I am talking to bright minds who are going to save Viksit Bharat of tomorrow. विकसित तो हम होंगे with you, without you. क्यों न हम लोग मिलकर भारत को विकसित बनाएं. Law plays important role. Whichever profession you go, ladies and gentlemen, sincerity matters. All those people who are sitting on the dais, of course excluding me, they must have grit to succeed. And that's what has made them what they are. They are role models for many. You are lucky that you are getting a chance to see and meet them at such early stage of your life. I met first Chief Justice of Allahabad of any High Court when I was called in a contempt post by Hon'ble High Court of Orissa. Before that, we used to go and meet them at the circuit house. Sir, namaste. Kya khayenge, kya piyenge? That used to be the only dhanda. Justice Ansari was when I was Collector Sambalpur, Sir Justice B.R. Ansari. He was such a terror. In fact, if I am digressing, I was Collector Sambalpur in Orissa. Advocates, as usual, they always are against the judiciary, and at times bureaucracy also joins. So they wanted a bench of High Court of Orissa. So he wanted to visit district judge's office, and advocates, I think 1,000 advocates slept on the ground. Road ke aage so gaye. That was very innovative form of investment, protest. So Justice Ansari's car was there, I was collector, my SP was there. He says, what is this? You can't even clean the road. Minister, we can clean the road right now. It will cost life of few judges. If you say yes, I can do it now also. No, I will not say that. I said, then we have to return back to circuit house. Let's talk to them. After 1 hour, you can come back. And not only he conceded to the idea, he came back to circuit house. We called group of advocates. Only 3 minutes they submitted a memorandum. Whole thing was clear, and justice was again taken back to High Court, to the same place. That's what I call it. Either presence of mind or absence of body can save the bureaucrat. But you are not that fortunate, ladies and gentlemen. You have to argue your case to convince the other side that truth lies with you. Satyameva jayate. Dharma rakshate rakshita. You have to be motivated by will to serve the justice, not to will to serve the customer. Never ever believe that one case lost or won is a one customer lost. There are medical professors now treating. If one patient cured, one customer lost. So उसको तब तक रखो जब तक कोई नया बंदा ICU में नया आ जाए. At least advocates should come out of this. Our job should be speedy justice. I want to see a Bharat where justice becomes a service. Today we are going towards that. Many cases we are filing FIR based on photographs. No police, nobody is there. You see in all your challans are being, like if you cross the speed limit, the camera becomes the FIR wala. I was talking to Vice Chancellor, we have suggested the book Noise. I think all of you can read it. I think we can get in the library also. How this we are heading towards robo judges, at least for smart and petty cases. Many more ideas are there. You will be thinking it much better. All of your thinking mind and legally thinking mind, if you can think creatively, you will find out not only the problem which country needs to solve, but also solution which country need to go towards that. We are still less litigant society than many other democracies which are putting tariff as the only goal, who are calling us dead, who do not know where they themselves are. Friends, we are not a dead economy. We are a surviving economy where 65% population is below 29 years. That country cannot be dead. If we can remove ourselves from British Empire, from British Raj to Panchayat Raj, India has taken its salon. अंत में मैं यही कहूँगा, जहाँ आप पहुँचे छलांगे लगाकर, वहीं हम भी पहुँचे, मगर धीरे धीरे, मगर धीरे धीरे. Keep on improving. You will reach your destination. No power on earth can stop it. Nobody's past is his future. Future is made, and future is made in these institutions. You are maker of your own future and future of this country. Thank you very much for giving.
Thank you so much, sir, for your invaluable insights. It is my privilege to introduce our esteemed guest of honor, Honorable Mr. Justice Sudesh Bansal, Judge, Rajasthan High Court. He is renowned for his rich experience across civil, constitutional, and arbitration matters, and his active role in mediation and public sector.
Thank you. त्रिपाठी सर ने जो डाटा दिए कि 5 करोड़ केसेज आज जो लोग हैं, 5 करोड़ केसेज कोर्ट्स में पेंडिंग, multiplied by 422 crores are waiting. We never get disheartened by that figure, because we know while working the court how much people we are giving justice. The best of the courts are working, courts are delivering justice. So when certain by the figure, it is the faith of people in the judiciary that they are approaching that large number. It is not because it is not deciding the matters. Sir, good afternoon. Elder perspective, this is Masih sir, Judge, Supreme Court of India, Justice Rajendra Menon sir, former Chief Justice of High Court of Delhi, Dr. Justice Sarang sir, former Chief Justice of High Court of Jharkhand, other distinguished guests on the dais, of the dais, faculty members of National University, vice students, and most important, the of 2025. Gracious ladies and gentlemen, it's really like to speak with you second son of Deeksharambh. As I understand that this word Deeksharambh is a Sanskrit word which does not really work in induction, but signifies an awakening. The today's ceremony dedicated to this words place of philosophy of law. I certainly appreciate that the hard work you have done to secure a merit position in this prestigious institution. Which usually we say our institution is a Gurukul, but in National University, I believe that a new chapter of your life is going to start. Further ahead in your life, career, to avoid the diverse fortunate further avenues to establish yourself in the career. So, in that respect, I extend my cordial wishes to all entrants having admission in this prestigious institution. In addition to that, I would like to share that this batch of students of 2025 is fortunate in another way also because education in the valiant presence and blessings of the legal human beings. Honorable Justice Masih sir, Judge Supreme Court of India, and all other expertise and distinguished personalities of this legal profession in India present here. I wholeheartedly welcome each of you to join this legal profession, and I would wishes to you to achieve greater heights in this profession, either as advocate or as judge, or as inspector or as a guide. You are most welcome. Yes, I would say that this legal profession is a challenging one. As right from the beginning, you have to enter hard work, but burning the midnight oil, judge yourself in studies. Life, but it is part of the profession. Get set yourself in the profession, either as professor, as judge, you have undergone the studies. So this legal profession is not it's studies with the study course. Studies during the course of studies in the institution, how to research the records, participate in the moot course competition. These are also not uncommon incidents. Through these procedures, you can brush up your skills of communication, of advocacy, leadership, and writing skills. Recently, Honorable Supreme Court has introduced a 3-year practice necessary
for a law graduate to enter into the judicial services. And Justice Masih was one of the judge comprising three judges of bench, including Chief Justice Bansal, who did this judgment. Certainly, the insight experience of the ground reality of litigation, ground reality of the litigants, and the picture of the disputes which are present in the society, you will come across with such nature, which certainly cannot be understood by getting learning in the classrooms or by attending the moot courts. So that technical aspect will be given only by appearing before the real courts, by understanding the real nature of dispute, instead of a prepared question. I think that this combination that there is law at this group and having practiced before the new of law, you will certainly that instill a better confidence and better understanding so as to perform your duties efficient and practical, serve the society at large in a better way. So this is a welcome step for all of you, and it will give better perspectives to establish yourself and to serve the public at large. I have read the motto of this annual university, that is innovation. My suggestion to all new entrants, keep in mind and remember it always. When the knowledge which you are from this prestigious institution certainly protects the oppressed. It will open the doors for those who are dark to light. It's my fundamental vision that you yourself will prove that the education and practicing law as a change maker in the society. And to uplift the nation and people to the of law. That your learners at Gurukul will enriching and deeply rewarding. Before concluding, I would like to say a few words. I would like to extend my gratitude to the users of this Deeksharambh ceremony, particularly respected Professor Deeksharambh, Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Augustine Misra, Registrar, for giving me the opportunity to have the pride of sharing the dais with Honorable Justice Augustine George Masih. Your Lordship has been our former Chief Justice in the Rajasthan High Court before his elevation to the Supreme Court. Your Lordship has been always my mentor and the super guide. I pay my best regard to Your Lordship, and I believe the presence of his Lord, physical presence of his Lordship in this ceremony has certainly added some flavor. The ceremony has become more meaningful, and so also by presence of our former Chief Justices. Just you are waiting for the visionary words of your Lordship, which will work as a torch bearer to all of us for further progression in this field. I wish that let this today's ceremony be made a memorable one, all of us and for all time to come. My good wishes to all of you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your profound insights with us today.
Please join me in extending a respectful and warm welcome to the special guest of honor, Honorable Mr. Justice Rajendra Menon, Chairperson, Armed Forces Tribunal. He has served as Welfare Commissioner for Bhopal gas victims and led key judicial bodies, including the Madhya Pradesh State Legal Services Authority and Judicial Academy.
Good afternoon to all present. Honorable Mr. Justice Masih, Judge Supreme Court of India, Justice Sudesh, Bansal, Judge, Rajasthan High Court, Honorable Dr. Justice B.R. Sarangi, Member, National Human Rights Commission, Mr. Sudhir Tripathi, Director General, IIPA, Professor Deven Singh, Vice Chancellor of the University, Mr. Ashutosh Mishra, Registrar of the University, the faculty members present, and the dear students. At the very outset, I would like to congratulate each of you who, after completing the CLAT, have secured admission in this prestigious institute. More than 95,000 students participated in the CLAT 24-25, and you found the students within the first 2,000 who have got admission to this National Law Institute. Therefore, you have worked hard. You have achieved the first step, the goal which you set for your life. But that should not go to your head. Now, the real learning starts. Merely because you became within the first 2,000 on merit, it does not mean that you know everything. You don't know anything. You have to start learning now, and the next 5 years, under the guidance of the able faculty members of this prestigious National Law Institute, will guide you as to where you have to go. I was talking with Justice Masih when we entered the room, and we were talking about our days. And we said that when we came into the profession, law was not an option. We came into the profession by default. For example, I wanted to become a doctor. I did not get admission in the medical college, and I'm here before you after having done law. And Justice Masih also shared his experience with me. So today, the position has changed. Today, law is one of the best options which every student opts for. You don't come here by default, but you were determined to seek admission in a law institute. You worked hard for it and you have gained it. But the next 5 years, the learning process is different. The legal profession is totally different. As Justice Bansal said, you keep on learning in the legal profession
when you are in the profession. I, for one, have been in this field for more than 43 years. And even after my retirement as the Chief Justice of the Delhi High Court, when I joined the Armed Forces Tribunal, I started learning something new. Things which I did not know when I was a lawyer or a judge, I started learning in the Armed Forces Tribunal. And the first thing I learned was that there is something like Article 33 in the Constitution, and what is the effect of Article 33 on the fundamental right. So this is a profession where you have to learn, you have to analyze, you need dedication and discipline, and that is what will be inculcated in you in this prestigious National Law Institute. And your parents have sent you here under the hope that you will come out with flying colors. It's normally said that when you are students, you are known by what your parents are. But once you enter a profession, your parents are known by what you are. Law is a very wide subject. For example, you may have learned the Contract Act. You may know the Contract Act, but in your profession, as a lawyer or as a judge or even as a consultant or a legal advisor in a multinational company, when you are dealing with a contract, maybe for the purpose of construction of a factory or something, you will find that you have to now go through and learn the Land Acquisition Act, which was not taught to you in the college. It doesn't mean that you have learned the contract, therefore you know everything about the contract. There are various aspects of law which you have not learned and which you have to learn for the first time when you enter the profession. Therefore, the learning doesn't stop. It continues throughout life profession. Course, integrated course is that it makes you and helps you in deciding in which stream of the legal profession to go. You become a lawyer, you enter the judicial service, or you want to enter academics, or so in a multinational government organization as an advisor or legal profession. It's tailored in a manner that you have good colleagues, internships. Internships are officers of balance. We do internships with Supreme Court judges. We do internships with High Court judges. We do internships in the district courts. We do internships in balance office. We do internships with NGOs and public organizations. These are facilitate you to assess yourself. What is your aptitude? What to become? Should complicate everything that if you are interviewing with a lawyer, you feel that the senior lawyer is going to be good, therefore you can buy your time in the canteen and lecture some point until they die. You have to be very whole time and to understand how the life of a lawyer is and to make a decision as to can you adapt that life. You have the capacity, the inclination, and the zeal to do that. You see how a judge works, how he spends his day, how he presents his case, and how he manages his court. What is the hard work required to put in? And help making a decision to understand yourself of your professors and teachers, help you to decide which cases files come to you. And what's in the file is a bundle of papers. The case is not a bundle of papers. It's a problem. Facing a person is victim in that case. From transfers from his family to society and ultimately to the country. Therefore, what is that file? But it is a which is the society at large, and therefore as a fixed problem. Understand all these things, and of course, such a opportunity assess us understand what are the types of issues that we face and how to tackle them. So internship, dear friends, is not something with application and just read for the sake of getting a certificate, but it's something which you have to learn from and assess yourself and take a decision as to what should be in the future, how to do it. Professors and teachers understand them, they understand what value, and as Vice Chancellor requested us, we keep on coming and let's do stop for the next 5 years in this institute. How to learn? To ask us to find out the judgment we need to scan many digest, Supreme Court digest, High Court digest, and then we scan then we get a judgment. And you get it. And the judgment is before you. But when you get a judgment, it equals to each one of you. Never or understand the facts, the implications, the philosophy decided that case, and that case on the issue before you. Research and for which you should remember. Highly qualified experienced. Analyzing yourself and so friends, one subject is working. Mr. Outbound bucket and I also and one it's not bad. If you see the statistics of case filing, you'll find it is increasing. If any problem, the first thing somebody says, wow. But it's the system, and therefore you're responsible for the citizens of this country to ensure that it's and to become a citizen of this country. So, certain you have problems, face them with the help of the friends, the teachers, and the officers. The concept of national system has been changing the complexion of legal education in the country. It was in 1980s. Professor Dr. Menon, the Chancellor of India Trust, conceived the vision of having a national university system and become the first national university about 22 national universities in the country. If you see, these national universities you'll find, but unlike other state universities, The governments are the chancellors of the university, and the chancellors of the university are the chief justice of the country, or a judge nominated, honorable judge of the Supreme Court, nominated by the chief justice, or the chief justice of the High Court is the chancellor of the university, and most of the judges are the function as the national university. Now, that's was intended to be so that students who pass out from the national university and then position also becoming judicial officers and the quality of dispensation of justice in the country. So therefore, we are part of the movement of justice and Professor consider the idea of the national university concept. So, dear friends, we will learn when I hard work to do, and starting this have it is our duty and running far better than them. I am available as the chancellor and in the next 5 years, everyone will come some issues, deliberate wonderful issues, and value. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you so much, sir, for your thought-provoking perspectives.
Now, it is my honor to introduce our chief guest of the day, Honorable Mr. Justice Augustine George Masih, Judge, Supreme Court of India, a distinguished jurist with unparalleled expertise in constitutional service and civil law and decades of exemplary judicial service to the nation. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Honorable Mr. Justice Augustine George Masih, sir, to grace the stage.
Kindly take your seats. Good afternoon, everyone. All on the dais. I'm not taking much time. Reason being, we are already late. And off the dais, especially the faculty members, because they are the ones who will be taking charge of the new lot which is moving in. The youngsters, the people who are looking forward to, and we are looking forward to, for being the future of our country and the legal profession. I congratulate you once again that you have been in a position now where you are in a prestigious institution, looking forward to move forward in this profession. As has been said earlier, I wanted to be a manager. Wanted to do MBA, but ended up in law and started enjoying it, and therefore forgot about management, became a lawyer and then a judge. And my journey still continues. And with that, actually continues the process of learning. Not only the new laws, but even the old provisions of law which come forth before us for consideration. A perspective which may be there always, but never put forth or projected. That's where the lawyer's mind works. What are the judges doing basically? They are assimilating the thoughts of the lawyers. The projections which are made before them. We do our homework, yes. We do a lot of work, yes. But then the real spark comes from some of the young lawyers like you, or maybe the older ones. And let me hold out a secret to you. Let me share that also. Seniors generally keep young juniors. Why? Well, I'll put it to you straight. By the time you reach the stage of, say, late 50s or maybe 60s, you have your own fixed perceptions. You've been reading those provisions for years together. They want some fresh ideas, and therefore they are looking forward to the youngsters to help them out. So you have scope, you have opportunities, you have ways and means to move forward. Never ever take a judgment to be correct interpretation of law, because there are still lots of things which need to be looked into. There are layers below layers and layers above, which are yet to be explored and thought of. So don't think law is something which is stagnant. It's moving, it's growing, it's developing. It's always new. This is what law is. And that's where you are moving in. Things come and things go. But it is the law which continues to flow. It is a common thread, if I am permitted to say so, which touches each and every aspect of our life. The moment a child is born, he has certain rights. Obviously, the duties are cast on the parents, isn't it? If there are some students of science, Newton's law, action and reaction, it's negative and positive which go side by side. That's the principle of nature. You have rights, no doubt, but you have duties too. We have had a lot of years now since our independence. We have been asserting our rights. I think it's now time that we look at our duties also. Well, a simple example, I'll put it to you. I'm not commenting upon the system as such, but otherwise. But yes, I'm commenting upon our thought process. I'm from Punjab and therefore I'm a Punjabi. Maybe I'm a mixture of both because my mother is from Kerala. So, but I've stayed in Punjab, therefore the thought primarily is of Punjab. And we Punjabis are like that only. We go to America or Canada and other places, we follow laws very strictly because we are good at it there. But the moment we come back here, the first thing that we still start thinking with, a sigh will be there, and whatever is there in his pocket, he'll throw it on wherever the floor it is, at the airport itself. Another person asked him, कहते यही तो इंडिपेंडेंस है, यही तो यहाँ होता है, यही तो होना चाहिए, हमारे पास हक है यहाँ पे. But never, we don't even look at the duties which we are tasked with. Trying to say is, it's not that stage that you'll be moving out, but nevertheless, whatever you start thinking now, will make you, and you will be, and your future will be controlled and guided by that. Start looking at things in a positive manner. Tendency, yes, in the judiciary. But faith, still yes, in judiciary. Hope in judiciary. Why? Because of the efforts of the lawyers, the judges, the court staff, which is supporting them. Each one is contributing. I'm only talking about the legal profession for the simple reason that you have decided to take it as a part of your life now. Before moving further, I'd just like to bring it to your notice. I am a first generation lawyer. None from my family had ever gone even to a police station. And that was the biggest impediment which I faced when I talked to my dad that now that I am completing my law, I want to be a lawyer. And the first thing he said, बेटा कभी पुलिस स्टेशन भी वहाँ गया नहीं हूँ, अब तुम जाओगे देखो क्या होगा. And then he said, वकील तो हमेशा झूठ बोलते. My parents and my family is staunch Christians that way. We follow the principles. So that was something very shocking for him. ये तो झूठ बोलेगा. It's a sin. Rose, he'd been speaking in Urdu basically because that was the language which was used in our family. रोज गुनाह करोगे और रोज परमेश्वर तुम्हें माफ नहीं करेगा, क्योंकि एक ही चीज तुम बार बार कर रहे हो. You'll be committing sin day in and day out. Even if you seek forgiveness from God, I'm not going to give you that because you're repeating it and tomorrow again you'll do it. And then I said, I'll not utter anything which is false. And God has been kind. What happened is, I think that guilt perception should go from the minds of the lawyers. It's never we who actually uttered untruth. We are bringing our matters within the legal framework. Mastery over the facts is the primacy. Unless you know the facts, whatever be the legal position, that would not help you. It is not the law which governs. The masters are the facts of a particular case. And then the law applies. Now, you are doing your best for your client or whoever has engaged you. You are protecting and defending a person, and that too in law. Now, who are you to judge? That's not your responsibility. That's not your domain. That's for someone else to decide. If you are able to defend your client in law, there's nothing wrong in that. You shouldn't feel guilty about it. And that's how I took it onto myself. And till date, I haven't ever felt any guilt on that. So don't feel guilty about that. Let me warn you and also indicate to you, because it's your initiation into this field. But this is something which I am talking about when I became a lawyer. I got my license to practice, and then I had to enroll as an advocate. So for filling up that form, and after that you have to get the form attested by a member of the Bar Council. So I went there. I was guided to a person who was a member of the Bar Council. And he talked to me rather. I wouldn't have actually, I didn't know him, so I couldn't have talked. But still he was very nice to me, he talked to me. And after I told him that I am a first generation lawyer, I don't know anything about law, I have no contacts as such. And I also told him that when I went into law, I was never thinking of becoming a lawyer, so it's now that I am into it. But that may not be correct for you, because you have chosen this as your life partner. And therefore, it's by choice that you are here. One thing which would be relevant for you, and therefore I'm putting it to you. He said, it's very good that you've decided to become a lawyer. But one thing you need to remember, and join it only if you can do that. You need to have the patience of a saint, because this profession is very taxing. Results won't come soon, and there will be no results at time. Delays. And then he said, patience of a saint and the ability to work hard as a horse. If you are ready for that, this is the profession meant for you. And that I found to be very true. There is no time limit when you are preparing a case. It could be 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, maybe in the morning at 4 also you are still fighting out and trying to find some solution to a problem which you are grasping with. And the matter is listed next day. So that's what it is. It's taxing, demanding, and it needs a lot of time and patience at your end. If you are able to do that, I think this is the right profession for you. And you are into it. But then you have other options available apart from that. That's one profession I talk about and an option available. You can join various law firms. There are projects you have to, but then again there also is the timeline. You have judiciary open for you. That's a wonderful status now. Everything is good. I think pay scales and other perks are that of an IAS officer. And fortunately, we have a CGM with us. So she'll be in a better position to guide you at a later stage about the details and the intricacies. There's yet another field which is also available, that is law officers in various forms. You can go in for teaching ultimately. That is also an option available to you. And I think that is something which actually keeps you young. Well, see the Vice Chancellor. All faculty members you will see, they remain young. And I'm saying so because there was a professor who used to come to the church. And I would always see him, always chirping and talking and enjoying his life and everything, talking to young boys and girls. So I just asked him as to what it is. And he said, every year you get young batches and you get to know and talk to them and get to know the young minds which are working. And you start thinking in those terms. And therefore, it never actually comes in your mind that you are aging. You continue to be young. So that's a wonderful profession available to you. That's a choice. There are others as well. If I go on elaborating, now life is touching every aspect. One aspect was pointed out by Mr. Tripathi, and that was the administrative services. That's a wonderful way of serving the nation. There are yet others which could be a mixture of both law as well as the administrative services also. So this is, I must say, you have joined a line which is open to various fields. Don't ever try to control your thinking process. Keep it open, at least to start with. Maybe in the third year or so, you can start thinking on which should be your field. You have mediation, which is again coming up. You have arbitration, it's a field in itself. Legal fields, you have various of them. One is from the Human Rights Commission already here. Varied people are here. The armed forces here, you have one from armed forces. So these are all different fields, specialized fields in law. Keep that open because a lot of tribunals are come up. So that also are the field which can be available to you. I know I have taken time which I shouldn't be. But I thought this is one occasion when I must share with you whatever I have learned over a period of time, the experiences I have gained. And maybe some things which I wanted to do but couldn't do it because I didn't know it. That's what it is. And not in our time was these options available to us. One more aspect which you need to, and the most important thereof is command over your language. This, which is the most ignored and overlooked aspect. Why I'm emphasizing? These days we have those WhatsApp chats and all. So what type of language we are using therein? Please take care. Courts have not yet adapted to it, nor accepted that. And maybe in the government files also, it's not being used. No shortcuts. Selecting and choosing and using the correct words and phrases is the real key to success. Unless you are able to present yourself in the right form and perspective with clarity, nothing is going to help you. You may have 100% good case, or maybe you are presenting something that may not work. And the last, I got a short message on WhatsApp. Generally, I read it and try to learn from it. And that reads, silence that covers you with honor is better than a speech that earns you regret. So, when to keep quiet and when to speak and to what extent is the key to success. Example, I'll give you one and then I'll finish from after that. Generally, we see in our courts, and I think we have judges around 4 of them. the court is going with a particular party, and therefore there is no need for the other party to speak. The first party is already on the receiving end from the court. One sentence from the other side changes the whole perspective and the perception of the court, and you lose the case. Right, and when to stop is also very important. And I think this is now the right time for me to stop. Thank you very much. I wish you all the best and have a wonderful day.
We are deeply grateful to you, sir, for sharing your invaluable wisdom and inspiring us with your words that will guide and motivate us in our journey ahead. Now, as a token of our gratitude, we now proceed to the presentation of mementos to our respected dignitaries. I kindly request Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, to present the memo as a token of our utmost respect to the Chief Guest of the day, Honorable Mr. Justice Augustine George Masih, Judge, Supreme Court of India. I request, sir, to kindly present the memento as a token of gratitude to the distinguished guest of honor, Honorable Mr. Justice Sudesh Bansal, Judge, Rajasthan High Court. Now I kindly request our worthy registrar, sir, to present the memento as a token of our warm appreciation to the special guest of honor. Now I kindly request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, and our worthy registrar, sir, to present the memento as a token of warm appreciation to the special guest of honor of the day, Honorable Mr. Justice Rajendra Menon, Chairperson, Armed Forces Tribunal. I request, sir, to kindly present the memento as a token of gratitude to the special guest of honor, Honorable Dr. Justice Bidyut Ranjan Sarangi, Member, NHRC. I again request, sir, to kindly present the memento as a token of respect to the guest of honor, Mr. Surendra Tripathi, Director General, IIPA. We thank each one of you for gracing us with your presence and for illuminating this session with your wisdom.
As we come to the end of this memorable induction event, it is my privilege to invite the worthy registrar, Professor Dr. Ashutosh Mishra, sir, to propose a vote of thanks for the event.
Namaskar, everyone. Honorable Justice Sudesh Bansal sir said that orientation is a kind of awakening. And basically in orientation, we are trying to connect, acclimatize and inculcate confidence amongst the new students. I think this batch is so blessed that they are with the best brain and role model and most successful person in their life. We are with Honorable Mr. Justice Augustine George Masih sir, Chief Guest of this session. Sir, we are all deep, it is our deepest gratitude that you have accepted our invite. Sir is a legal luminary and distinguished jurist. Sir has pronounced many landmark judgments. Today, sir has enlightened on so many issues. He said he has spoken about how the faith and hope in judiciary in the present scenario. When you have to speak, when not to speak, that is the most important thing. Then selecting and choosing the correct word is the key to success. Sir has enlightened on so many issues. Sir, we are all thankful for accepting our invite. Sincerely thankful to Honorable Mr. Justice Rajendra Menon, sir, Chairman, Armed Forces Tribunal, Government of India, and former Chief Justice, Delhi High Court. Sir, we are thankful for accepting our invite. We met Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, and I went and sir se jab mulaqat hui. He said, Armed Forces Tribunal is always with एनालिस्ट होने पर आपके जो भी स्टूडेंट्स आएंगे हम उनको इंटर्नशिप देंगे. वी शुड बी ग्रेटफुल टू सर. आर्म फोर्स ट्रिब्यूनल का जो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है ऑल ओवर कंट्री में बहुत ज़्यादा है. चंडीगढ़ में सर का बहुत आई थिंक वन ऑफ द बेस्ट आपका जो कैंपस है आर्म फोर्स ट्रिब्यूनल की जो कोर्ट है जो उनका इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है. मैंने देखा मद्रास में भी है, मुंबई में भी है. तो जो भी स्टूडेंट्स अदर स्टेट्स के हैं और जिनको भी इंटर्नशिप करनी है यू कैन गिव योर नेम्स. थैंक यू सर. वी आर ग्रेटफुल टू ऑनरेबल मिस्टर जस्टिस विद्युत रंजन सारंगी सर, member National Human Rights Commission and former Chief Justice Jharkhand High Court. Sir, we are highly grateful that you have accepted our invite. हम लोग basically we met with the honorable chairman, honorable VC sir, and we met with the honorable chairman NHRC, and Justice Ramasubramanian sir has extended all support to analyst Sonipat. And sir, आपसे भी यही उम्मीद रहेगी कि एनालिस्ट सोनीपत को जितनी भी प्रोजेक्ट आप दे सकते हैं आपसे ज्यादा से ज्यादा दिए. थैंक यू सर. आई वुड ग्रेटफुल टू ऑनरेबल मिस्टर जस्टिस सुदेश बंसल सर, जज राजस्थान हाई कोर्ट. सर, हमारे यहाँ अप्रोक्सीमेटली 15 to 20% स्टूडेंट राजस्थान से आते हैं, तो इसलिए हम लोग की इच्छा थी कि राजस्थान से कोई जज जरूर आए. तो पहले और लेकिन सर ने ये कहा कि जब जस्टिस मसीह आएंगे तभी मैं आऊंगा. उन्होंने दो ख्वाहिशें रखी थी. एक तो रखी थी कि जस्टिस मसीह सर आएंगे तब मैं आऊंगा. दूसरा ये कहा था कि जस्टिस मसीह सर के पहले मैं आना चाहूंगा, लेकिन उनकी दूसरी ख्वाहिश पूरी नहीं हो पाई. थैंकफुल टू Shri Hon'ble Shri Surendra Tripathi sir, Director General Indian Institute of Public Administration. IIPA is a tribunal institution of the Government of India, and in future we will collaborate with IIPA and will launch 13 courses also. Thankful to our dynamic and visionary Honorable Vice Chancellor sir, Professor Devendra Singh ji. In a very short tenure, Analyst Sonipat has started 2 courses, LLM 1-year course and LLM 2-year. And in LLM 1 year, सर हम लोग की सारी सीट्स फुल हो चुकी हैं, जैसा कि हम लोगों ने, और LLM 2 year में भी हम लोग की सर सारी सीट्स, हम लोग का मतलब जो रेस्पॉन्स आया यूनिवर्सिटी को बहुत ही अच्छा है. एंड आई थिंक क्रेडिट गोज टू ओनली एंड ओनली टू ऑनरेबल वाइस चांसलर सर. सर ने एडवर्टीजमेंट पर भी ध्यान दिया, सिलेबस पर भी ध्यान दिया. सर, एनालिस्ट सोनीपत का जो सिलेबस है न्यू बैच का, वो ऑल ओवर कंट्री का वन ऑफ द बेस्ट सिलेबस है. उसके पीछे रीजन क्या है? सर ने क्या किया, जो भी आपके सीनियर प्रोफेसर्स हैं, जो आपके लीगल फील्ड के लीडर्स हैं, जैसे आपके प्रोफेसर वीके आहूजा साहब हो गए, फिर आपके प्रोफेसर विजय कुमार हो गए, इस टाइप के जो भी लोग हैं जो पिछले 20 से 25 साल से लीगल फील्ड में काम कर रहे हैं, उन्होंने को एडवाइजर बना लिया. मतलब आप देखिए कि सर का थॉट प्रोसेस देखिए कि, और एडवाइजर बना के सबसे पहले अपना वर्कआउट किया, फिर उनको दे दिया, फिर उन्होंने जो जो चेंजेस किए उसको यहाँ लागू कर दिया. And I think, sir, we are fortunate that you are with us. Thankful to CJ Madam. Thankful to all organizing committee member, Dr. Balwinder Kaur and her team, Dr. Sanjay, जो कि hospitality का काम देख रहे हैं, and to all teaching and non-teaching staff. Thankful to all organizing committee, all the PhD scholar and all the LB student. Thank you, everyone. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir, for your thoughtful words of appreciation.
As we bring this session to a close, I request everyone to kindly rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
May I humbly request the esteemed dignitaries to step down from the dais for a group photo with the students of batch 30.